Hey, it's what's today? November 25th, Thursday. That's snowy Vancouver. It's actually finally warming up now. It's about 2 degrees and everything's turning rain, and it feels great actually. The weather warming up a bit. I felt it this afternoon. That all of a sudden it just felt warmer and warmer. Showing some pictures I took today. Kind of boring. This one picture I found kind of funny. This woman freaked out. Check it out. She freaked out because she thought I was taking pictures of the kids. Here, check it out. Here it is. Do I really give a rat's ass about these kids? Not at all. Like, why is she even like pointing her finger at me? Like, she could have just like, I don't know what she was thinking. Man, I was a little bit annoyed by that. I know she was trying to protect the kids. So the Mets hired the new manager, and throughout this whole process, one of the funny things that have come out is that Paul DePodesta, their assistant GM, gets to live in San Diego while getting paid close to $1 million working for the Mets. Check it out.
You know, I understand he's got family considerations here, but I
Right.
believe if
Family
he's going to be a key man
right.
in this organization, he should probably be living in New York, not
Well,
San Diego.
you know, that's been brought up a lot already. I know a lot of people inside that organization are surprised that he's getting to live there,
this is John
especially
Heyman.
since the Mets don't have any teams out there. So,
Paul DePodesta.
I mean, a lot of people feel
Carver
that it's
guy.
outrageous that he's going to get to live on the West Coast.
Well, you know, I don't know if I would say outrageous, but, you know, it's a modern
Yeah, like
world.
who? I mean, for me, it's like, I'm just really jealous that he gets to do that. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't really see why he has to live in New York to be there. Whatever. I don't know what he's doing for the Mets. I just know that he's like a Sandy Alderson guy. So who knows? But it was funny. Like the interview with John Heyman was actually kind of almost a week old now, and there was some stuff about their new manager. Right? Check it out.
About the teams, and they're going to ask him about the petitions, and they're going to ask him about his DUI and everything else tomorrow, and it's going to be interesting to see how he handles it.
Right. That was one of the. My friend always makes fun of Mike Francesa because he says like most of the things he says turn out to be false, and this is one of the areas where Mike Francesa is completely wrong. He was predicting that like the media is going to grill Collins about his DUI. It turned out to be one of the shortest press conferences in history. Like it was literally like wham bam thank you ma'am. I think it was like 10 minutes or 10 minutes 30 seconds. It was completely short.
Collins. He says you won't see Reyes dancing. He says, you know what, this guy is no nonsense. I mean, a real no nonsense guy when it comes to.
So yeah,
how
so
he
they're
runs
painting
his
Collins as
baseball
this
team.
like no nonsense guy. Whatchamacallit, Reyes isn't even going to be able to dance anymore. I don't know. I mean, it turned out to be kind of untrue too because Collins kind of went on the air and kind of cleared it that he was definitely that was not the case. There's some cool. This one is kind of cool. Let me show you a little bit of this. While I find some other material. Oh yeah. This is what I wanted to talk about. Okay, let me just show you this real quick. This like sliding glass window is pretty interesting. Okay, so there was this interesting article in Boston.com about I hate to tell you phrases that announce I'm lying. Okay, I'm definitely guilty of this, you know, because I say it a lot of times like I hate to say this or which is, but the point is like the one that I've always figured out was this one, no offense, but whenever it says something no offense, but they're gonna say something kind of rude or offensive, right? Or another one is, where do they say it? It says, I'm not a racist, but, yeah, there it is. I'm not a racist, but, and then they say something really racist. Like, I think, this is something that I try to correct, although it is actually kind of hard, which is that there's this way of talking to people that you first say the negative, and then you're allowed to say whatever you want. I think they made a joke about this on Curb Your Enthusiasm, although I haven't really went back and checked out what the episode was, or it wasn't that funny. I think for me, it was something like this, that like somebody would say something, some kind of phrase, and then they're allowed to say anything negative they want.